Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Two Shot Tuesday. It is episode number 300. That is 600 shots will have been consumed by the end of this episode over the course of our run. My name is Jason Riley. With me, as always, is Barry T. Nixon. And Barry, one thing we want to tell our listeners and our viewers who've been with us this whole time, this is actually our final episode, the final shots.
And it's kind of crazy that it's come to this.
It really is. You know, the festering tension between the two of us has clearly led to this breakup. No, that's not true. That's not true at all, because we've got a real special announcement coming at the end of this episode, because we're not going too far away, right?
I love it. I mean, just leave everybody guessing as to what could possibly be revealed.
That's it.
But before we get to the big reveal, Jay, and I know you love a reveal as much as anybody, let's have our first shot of our final episode, the first of two final shots.
Yeah.
When you say it like that, it really it hits you where you live, doesn't it?
It sure does. Barry, what do you have to ring out this this festive occasion?
Well, at the time of this recording, Jay, it's about as hot as it is in Iraq. Now, you and I have both been to Iraq in our minds, so we know exactly how hot it is. It's that hot. And so what's the best way to quench a relentless heat? Bushmills 12-year. What about yourself?
Well, I was taking it right back to where we began, and we started with the Jameson. We've since upgraded our tastes, but I'm keeping it in the same family with Jameson Black Barrel.
Here's to you.
And you. Cheers. Ooh, shot $5.99. Barry, shot $5.99 as we start to bring it in. I mean, you hit it this afternoon when you said, you know, this is going to be an episode where we're going to reminisce. We're going to look back on some of the wonderful things that we did.
Yeah.
How are you feeling? Well, first of all, this is your most naked show. So for those watching on YouTube, you're getting a real feast. You're getting Barry T. Nixon, shirtless that we know, and we don't know anything else. And that's just fine. But you let us know. What brings you to this?
Spoiler alert,
nudity?
the front bottom is covered, okay? I'm still wearing my tarp on the front bottom so everyone can just relax and, save your comments for the end. This is not because of any particular reason other than it's hot as hell, Jay. And at the time of this recording, I'm sure our listeners and viewers can appreciate if you happen to be in Southern Ontario. It's hot as hell outside. Now, am I complaining? No, I'm simply adapting. And how does one adapt? They put on as little clothing as possible to remain comfortable.
Yes.
That's how I roll, Jay. You are in the air-conditioned studio.
I sure am. Yeah, and I'm wearing my golf shirt. I'm wearing my pink kind of dad golf shirt.
I like it.
Thank you.
Yeah, but a cool dad wouldn't wear pink. That's the thing. This is where you level up on your suburban father. They wouldn't be wearing a color palette like that. Why? Because they would be afraid of how people would react.
Yeah.
But Jay, you are fearless. Have been since day one.
Hey, I am. All right, I am.
That's it.
You know what? Speaking of day one, we've come through 6 years of doing this show. Well, 6 seasons. We're into our 6th year of this show. We started in the pandemic. I won't go too far into where we started, because where we're going to be going to, I think we'll have to touch on that as well. So, but I would like to get, and those of our viewers and listeners who've been with us this whole time are very familiar with the show and where it started, its beginnings. But I want to ask you, Barry, what are some of your favorite moments from Two Shot?
Well, it probably is when we've had Alex Ravel on the show to discuss some collection horror stories. And when he shared one tale in particular about his rather unorthodox management style and how he motivates his team, or at least how he used to motivate his team some years ago, which I thought was interesting. And I invite our viewers, if you are interested in that kind of thing, different management styles. You might want to search up the collection horror stories, volumes 1 through 6. There's a ton of good stuff in there. And Alex has been awesome. Yeah. He's definitely been a highlight for me. What about you?
Yeah, make sure you check the back catalog for all of those. Yeah, I think it's our collection of guests that we've had. We've had some great guests over the years. Alex, who you mentioned.
Yeah.
We've, of course, got the movie guy, Rob Peets, he's definitely been the most frequent guest. We've had your trainer, Andre. We've had Gabe Mandel.
Yes.
We've had Craig Zavitz. We've had Chris Whitby. We've had
Lori Carruthers.
Lori Carruthers has been with us. We've had Rob
TJ Chesley. Yeah.
TJ Chesley. We've had just so many great guests who bring another interesting perspective to the show, because we kind of bring, our love of life and experiences. Wouldn't you? We approach it differently, but that's really what it is.
But where we really truly intersect is the love of life. And your love of life is the same as mine. We just love different things within that life. You see? You follow me? It's
I
fantastic.
I do follow you, and that's really
Yeah, I
what
think you do.
we
Yeah,
want to take away. If I can share anything from the experience of 6 years, it's been that. It's being able to share and explore the love of life with you, Barry T. Nixon,
totally.
always in
Yeah,
about 20 minutes, because we don't overstay our welcome, as you
that's
like to say.
yeah, that's how long life takes for us. 20 minutes.
20 minutes at a time.
It's perfect. Yeah,
If something's not
yeah, we
going
like being
great
on
for
the
you,
clock.
yeah, if something's not going great for you, that's okay. In 20 minutes, it could change. If things are going amazing, well, count your blessings, because in 20 minutes, it could change. That's how life really is about 20-minute segments, three different
Absolutely.
approaches every hour on the hour for life.
I mean, it couldn't be simpler.
It's true.
If anyone's thinking about incorporating this into their own life, there it
Yeah.
is. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's there's the roadmap to a happy life.
Yeah. Any, yeah.
Absolutely, Jay. Also, I want to say one thing, one segment that I've always enjoyed that we've done is our 4K corners, and you have often brought in your omnibus reviews. I think those have been very valuable over the years, and we've explored a lot of different things. And for
Mhm.
those who like physical media, whether it be a hardcover collection of comics or a disc, I think we've given some pretty decent reviews over the years.
Yeah, and I'll say one thing that I got away from that since reconnecting with you and doing this show has brought back to me is my love of physical media.
Yeah, I'm glad I could help with that.
Tell me about what is so exciting about physical media to you that you just don't get
I
from a download.
I'll tell you, and this is actually something that is happening now. With a download, you truly do not own the digital copy because sometimes you can buy what you think is a movie, and then suddenly Sony or some other company can revoke and delete that from your hard drive because they have some licensing issue or a
Mhm.
licensing renewal came up that didn't, go their way. That has happened. That has been in the news recently. So you don't truly own the digital. And now I know Rob Peets would disagree, but I don't know whether he's had any of his movies disappear from his hard drive
Have you?
or not being able to access it. I have not. I've never gone down that road because I know with a physical disc, you own the movie. You own
Yeah.
it. You pop it in.
Yeah.
There's nothing else to do.
You just
So
pop
I
it
like
in.
that. You just
Yeah.
pop it in.
Yeah.
That's the aspect that I like the most. The streaming, I mean, streaming is different than downloading, I understand, but I've heard that there has been some issues with people not actually owning or not being able to keep indefinitely their digital downloads. And that's a problem. And that's why I prefer the physical world,
Yeah,
physical media.
I'm with you. And I like for convenience, I enjoy a download. Like, so for example, I subscribe to both Marvel and DC Comics app, and I read them both on my iPad. And they're comics, some of them I own in physical form, some I don't own, I don't want to own. I just want to be able to read them when I can. And I think a digital download is very different because I have bought movies digitally, like some like Star Wars The Force Awakens, I purchased digitally from Apple when it came out. I got
Okay.
some of the Star Trek ones on sale, and the good thing about Apple is they'll upgrade you to the 4K when they come out. Like they do that at least now. But you're right, it could disappear at some point. If Apple
It
were to
could.
go out of business, which is not likely, but could happen, bigger companies have gone out of business before. These are things that are actually concerning because you don't really own it, and they can also change it on you. They can change some aspects of it and, push it back out again, like George Lucas changing Star Wars. If somebody were to do that again, I suppose they could update your copy and go, this is the copy you're watching now.
Exactly. I'm not sure it's about the company going out of business. I think it's more the rights becomes
Yeah.
an issue for whatever reason. They don't own that right to show that on their platform anymore or whatever. But I see your broader point. It's annoying and it's a risk that I'm not willing to take, Jay. I prefer
No.
to have if I want a movie, I want to own it and then I don't have to think about it anymore. Because you know what's one of the most irritating things in the world is having to remake decisions. You've made a
Nice.
decision.
Yeah.
This is the movie I want to own. I don't want to have to keep remaking the same decision again and again. Make it once
Absolutely.
and live with it. And if you don't like it, give it to a friend who might take it off your hands if you frame it in the right way.
Yeah.
Battlestar Galactica, for example,
Shin
found its
Godzilla.
way into your library. Why? I'm afraid that it's Jay. You love movies from the 70s, especially science fiction. You're
Yeah.
like, well, I don't know if I love them. I love some. I'll give this a try. And there we are.
Now it's on my shelf and you won't take it
No
back,
risk.
which is fine.
I
Yeah.
won't. No.
I'm going to sneak
Yeah,
it back into your home next time I come over. I'm
yeah.
going to just sneak it in. They'll just find its way back to your shelf.
Okay. Well, that's fair.
You did mention one time on the show, previous episode, that I
Yes.
believe the company was able to update your copy even on your disc. Didn't they change? Didn't you find something was changed or not accessible? Did that happen one time?
I don't think it's happened with physical media. I haven't
No?
come
Okay.
across
Oh,
that.
I thought it was, or you were blocked from being able to play a certain movie or something. I thought for sure you told me that, which I thought was strange,
That is
but
that is true. Sometimes 4Ks will come out with a like region A locked Blu-ray that you can play, but the 4K discs are always region free. But
yeah, okay.
I haven't popped that in myself. I haven't actually experienced that. Oh, it's not available in your region, even though it's a physical disc. Thankfully, because
Okay,
I'd
good.
hit the roof, Jay.
Yeah,
I don't need that
absolutely.
in my life.
No, you don't need that. Well, you know what? This is our final episode. Do you have a final 4K corner? Have you had anything roll into the newsroom in the last, 7 days or so?
I have something that's coming very shortly,
Talk to me.
and that is Highlander, the limited
Wow.
edition with all the swag, the original Highlander. Great movie. What's recent? I did get Send Help, but I think we touched on that on a
We
previous
did.
app.
So you bought it
Yeah, so that's
because
pretty much the. It
yeah.
was fantastic. And it looks amazing. Of course, it looks amazing.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
fantastic.
What about you? Any recent additions to your library?
Uh, no, we talked about last episode X-Men Elsewhen, so I just finished reading that. I'm now reading a Stephen King book. We probably touched on the show. It's like set in the universe of the Stand, which I
Yes,
really
you did
enjoyed that
mention that.
book. So I'm now reading that. Now that I've got my light that I glowed about last episode, I've
Oh
clipped
yeah,
that to this book, and now I'm reading that before bed. So I'm excited to read more options beyond the glowing iPad. Because with the light, as I mentioned, every book becomes an iPad because you can read it wherever you are at any time of
it's kind of
day.
fun.
It
I'm not a
really is.
reader, but I'm excited about the light. I'm thinking about buying the light, even though I don't even have any books to attach it to, just because I see how your face lights up when you talk about this thing. I'm like, there's got to be more to it. I'll have to
Absolutely.
discover it for myself. Yeah.
All right, Barry, shall we do our final shot and then
Oh
talk
my
to
God.
our listeners and our viewers about,
And
where they
thank
might
them
find us
profusely.
next? Yeah.
Yeah, and thank them for being with us all this time. I mean, you're right, Jay. 5 years is a long time. It's a lot of shots, but it's been so much fun. And I think you and I have become better at hosting and being podcasters.
Yeah. I went back, it's probably been a couple of years, but
Yeah,
reviewed our first episode once and whew, we were just plugging in our headphones and going. We didn't know what we were doing. Now we're
yeah.
shirtless on balconies. That's how comfortable we are with ourselves and our podcast.
Nobody is good at anything the first time they do it. Everybody sucks when they start to do something new. That's a
True.
fact, no matter what it is. And so we did that, but we moved past it.
Should
And now
we
we're shirtless on a balcony.
Fantastic. Should
Boy,
we
here's to you, Jay.
Here's to our
Yeah, let's
listeners
do
and
it.
our viewers for sticking with
Yes.
us for into our 6th year. So thank you very much for 300
Fuck.
episodes, 600 shots.
Thank you.
Do this one with us if you can.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Thank you very much. Ooh,
Ah,
that is the warmest whiskey I've ever had in my life, Jay. Because,
yeah.
woo, does it get warm out here? I tell you.
For me, leapt
All right.
right over the tongue. One of my favorite experiences, right over the tongue. Caught a corner of it, but for the most part, cleared it right down the gullet.
Beautiful. You're
Barry,
like an Olympic high jumper.
yeah, exactly. We got 6
Right up
minutes
over.
left.
Okay.
Where are you going to find us? Because, it's our last episode. Why are we wrapping up this show, by the way?
I think it's the drinking. No, I feel like we need a shakeup. You and I talked
Mm.
about it. I think it's time to pivot and have a more focused approach and not just, make it always about us. It usually is about us, and that's fine. But this next iteration of our show is going to have a bit more of a focus. And I know
Yeah,
you love
exactly.
something with some focus, Jay.
I do. I love focus. I love. We're gonna keep our show to 20 minutes because that's what people have come to expect from us. That's what we want to stick true to. And like you're right, what we've learned over this journey is that we don't always approach things from the same way. You are
Yeah,
you plan, but you're also very spontaneous. You're out there. You're this larger than life figure, if I may say.
larger than life.
I'm a
That's
little
nice of you.
more reserved. I'm a
Yeah, a
little
little
more
more
reserved,
introverted. Yeah, yeah,
introverted, we still sync up on a lot of things, but our approach comes at it different ways. And so what we thought was we would take a topic each week, and what'll happen is one of us will know what that topic is, the other's not going to know what that topic is. We're going to bring it into the room, and we're just going to go back and forth, left brain, right brain, upside down,
yeah.
right side up, inside out, and just kind of take it apart rather, put it back together again, and see what we end up with.
I love it. And are we going to reveal the name of the new show so
Yeah.
people know exactly what they're in for? Jay, why don't you Go ahead and lay it on us.
All right. We are calling this show Brainwaves. This is multiple conversations focused in on one area and having a really great time about it. I am actually going to attach the trailer that we filmed to the end of this episode, Barry, so that is going to be everybody's first look at Brainwaves and where we're headed. What are we going to do? We're going to take a week off. So we haven't taken a week off in 6 years. So we are deserving of a week off, I think. We're going to take 1 week off.
Too. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we are going to come right back at it. We're going to hit it with Brainwaves. The first episode will drop. I think we're going to shift to a Thursday drop. Now we're getting into the intricacies, but look for us not on a Tuesday, on a Thursday. We're going to continue to record on a Tuesday, but the plan is to spin that edit around real quick so that it's going to be record, edit, out. So it's not going to be a week delay between episodes. We're also going to be, you could say, up to the minute on the news that matters most to you whenever we do talk about the news. It's going to be right there. When we rip it from the headline, that headline is going to be fresh. It's going to be oozing freshness, tender, gripping in this like a cantaloupe. You're banging on it, and it sounds delicious.
You hear that noise? Oh, yeah. Also, we should say that we are going to be welcoming back some of our previous guests from the old show, primarily our movie guy, Rob Peets. He will absolutely be part of the new format, and we will have focused episodes strictly discussing what's in theaters.
Yeah, those are some of our most popular episodes. You've told us you like them, so you're going to get that. We're going to make sure the movie guy, Rob Peets, is here as often as we can secure him. And it's whenever you guys go check out a film. Maybe I'll even come once in a while. I definitely coming to see Dune. Dune I am coming to see. I'm excited to see Dune 3.
Me too. It looks pretty good. So from the bottom of our hearts, listeners, what can we say? And viewers, we've been honored to be with you. And however you consume this show each and every week for the past 5 years, Jay and I are humbled. And we are looking forward to continuing to bring you 20 minutes of entertainment on the weekly in a new format. Slightly more focused, but just as fun.
Check it out. Brainwaves with Jason and Barry coming up.
Yeah.
And thank you very much, as Barry said, for supporting Two Shot Tuesday. We have had a blast recording this each and every week without fail.
Absolutely. See you in the next iteration. Yeah.
And you don't even have to do anything. It's going to be in your feed. If you're subscribed to Two Shot Tuesday, you're going to get Brainwaves. That's the convenience that we bring to you. See you, Barry.
See you, Jay.
Hey, Barry, you know that thing that gets stuck in your head every week? Like a movie that you just can't stop thinking about, or that weird, obscure headline that we just can't shake, like something you just need to talk about with somebody else?
I feel like that is every single week for us.
You're right. Hey, I'm Jason, he's Barry, and every week on this podcast, we take that one thing that we just can't stop thinking about, and we make waves about it. I'm talking movies, comics, TV, headlines you actually want to hear about.
We have a ton of opinions, and sometimes we agree, but
sometimes we don't. And that's kind of the point. We tackle it from all angles. Left brain, right brain, we let everything fly.
20 minutes every single week.
We've been doing this podcasting thing a long time, but you know what? This is new.
It sure is. And we invite you to join us on the journey.
Brainwaves with Jason and Barry. Find us and subscribe on YouTube or wherever you get your pods.